After all the schools that have tried to go after this championship, only 2 remain. And today we're going to see the number 2 Highland Scotties try to go for their second national championship here in the series, going up against number 3 Penn State, who have been looking for a championship for quite some time. And they're looking to try to see if they can punch their ticket this year here in the college football playoffs. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty as we're wrapping up the final game of the series here. And we'll try to see if we can try to be a 2-time national championship team here in today's episode, as we're in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens here in Miami, Florida. And this one should be a good one, as both teams are well known to see, as you see there on the screen there, well known to score over 30 points a game. And of course, Highland, of course, have been outscoring a lot of their opponents, by either 6 or 7 possessions. And today we're trying to see if we can do the same thing again. Now, as for Penn State, last week they had the previous game. They went against Ohio State in a 66-64 battle, which went to overtime. And finally, Penn State were able to go ahead and get the victory over Ohio State, Ohio State, like us, were the number 1 team for for a couple weeks there in a row. But of course, then finally, towards the final few weeks there, we were able to slip in and get that number 1 spot, and of course got them a chance to be the number 1 seed overall in the college football playoffs there. And there you see there, it was a pretty slugfest there in overtime there, where Penn State finally got the victory by 2 points there, winning that one, as they had to go for 2-point conversions quite often in that game in overtime. So we're going to try to do our best to make sure we can avoid that here in today's game, as Penn State actually does a pretty good job. They're running the ball there, 38 carries, 197 yards on the ground with 4 touchdowns there. So the running game is going to definitely be a challenge there for us, but of course we like that because we like stopping the run, and we're actually, by far the best team in the nation that can stop the run. And of course, we would like to force point Penn State to go for the passing game, and that is going to, of course, be a task for us, as we're not always the best team when it comes to the stopping the pass, as Adlar is their quarterback there, and of course, he had a very successful game there, and of course, that's what helped pretty much them getting into this national championship there. And he is a tough quarterback. He was in the top 5 for majority of the season when it came to the Heisman Trophy, and of course he would like to try to let everyone know that that he should have won the Heisman Trophy instead of our guy, that being Avery. And of course, I'm sure Allure will on a lot of the quarterback or a lot of NFL teams' radars when it comes to the quarterback position in the upcoming draft. But there you see some of the numbers here from that game against Ohio State. I was shocked and surprised that they went down like that. I figured if and when I seen it was going overtime, I'm like, okay, well, obviously Ohio State must have been slipping up there and finally had to kind of push and get themselves into a chance to win the game. But no, excuse me. On the other hand, it was the other way around, and Penn State did a great job there. So there you see Drew Allure, he's starting senior from Ohio, and there you see his numbers there. And by far, he is, there you see he's kind of tapped out when it comes to accuracy, and he's pretty good at actually short range, especially, and of course the mid range is really good as well. But he is definitely going to be a quarterback that we are definitely by far going to have a challenge with, to try to control and try to get him what we want him to do. He is a field journal, so he is not going to be, we won't see him too often get out of the pocket and take off and run, but we are going to, of course, be watching for that. Over 3,000 yards for the season, 32 touchdowns there for him. He also has 5 rushing touchdowns, 389 yards for the season. So yeah, we'll definitely be making sure that we can try to cap him, and of course just try to kind of make him uncomfortable in that pocket as best as we possibly can. Allen, of course, halfback coming out of the backfield there, and of course there you see his numbers there, as he's got a Looks pretty good as a power back, as well as he got some decent elusiveness, and of course he can run some routes as well. And so we'll definitely try to, quickly stop the run. Try to really force him to be either one. I kind of handicapped him in one of those areas. Obviously, we want to try to stop him in the passing game, but I think most part, I think we need to really stop this running game here and really put all that pressure on Allure. Wallace the third is their deep wide receiver there, 4-star kid out of Alabama, 6'1", 296 pounds, or 6'1", 196 pounds there. But there you see route running is by far top of his attributes there. Good hands, elusiveness as well, and of course his quickness is going to be helpful for him. 91 acceleration, 98 or 89 speed there. Getting close to 900 yards receiving this season. He has 8 touchdowns there for him. So he's increased his numbers here compared to last year. And then Winston Jr., he is a strong safety, 3-star guy from Columbia, Maryland. He will be a guy that will definitely be lurking around that secondary there. Of course, we had some trouble last week as the Oklahoma Sooners got us to it. Of course, we got to them a couple of times, but we had 4 interceptions. We're hoping that we can avoid the interception bug here today and make sure we get a pretty decent game coming out of this one here. But yeah, Singer just did not look too good there, and of course, like I said, it was a tough break. The team, both teams were not just on par with their accuracy. Both defenses did a great job there, especially in the second half, just really running rampant. Rojas is another guy there. I believe he is there. He is the will linebacker for Penn State, and of course Penn State is known for their linebackers as well, so he'll definitely be going and making sure that he can stop the run, and of course try to punish and hurt both Avery and Bo. And then Kobe King, the middle linebacker, or better known as the Mike linebacker, Detroit, Michigan, 3-star kid, 250, 6'1", and he'll definitely try to put a bruising on us if we go up the middle there in the passing game. Looks like he's pretty well much known for his pass coverage, as he's pretty much capped at 89 there, but run stopping abilities is right there with it there, so he'll definitely be trying to stop the run as well as get involved in the pass coverage, both man and zone from him. Well, you see 67 tackles, 1 TFL, 1 interception. So like I said, with the interceptions I mentioned there before, we just got to do a better job. We got to be having our eyes down the field, but at the same time looking at other targets that we can go after, and really not try our best not to force things as best as we can. Of course, talking to Coach Bonds there, talking about 4th down conversions. They had quite a bit of them last week. Of course, they didn't work out in some cases there. He said that is on the table here. This is the national championship game. You got to go for it. You got to do what you got to do to try to bring home a championship here. He said he's going to play, try to be smart about it if it makes sense. But for the most part, he says, hey, if we can, 4th and 1, 4th and short or something like that, we're definitely going to take shots at this team, this defense of Penn State, and just really make them respect us at the same time. We got to show respect to them as well. So we'll see how things go. As we'll see, Highland will get the ball here first. As we'll see what they can do here on this 3rd and inches coming up. And this is a big down here. Of course, 3rd downs are always important, but especially when they're short like this, we got to be smart here and just do what we can do and get those first downs. But talk about the flipping the field and field position, all that kind of stuff. That's still important to Coach Bonds, but at the same time, like I said, he says this is a put up and shut up game, and both teams are going to do anything and everything they can to try to bring home that trophy. And 2nd and 4 coming up here for the Scotties. As we'll see, Avery here gets this one handed off to him. That'll be a quick run there, as he'll be just a foot shy of getting the first down. This should be an easy and of course a reasonable Third and short coming up here as we'll run this one up the middle there, and then Bo is going to get enough there to get the first down. Great crowd here, as there is a mixture of both Nittany Lion, blue and white, and of course, or I should say navy and white, and of course the navy and gold from the Highland Scotties. As we'll see a 2nd and 10, or excuse me, 2nd and 9 coming up. Pass going to be completed there. That's going to be thrown, and that's going to be a nice catch there as we get to the 44-yard line. I believe that was to our tight end there. 3rd and 1 coming up, as we'll see a handoff again. Avery run up the middle there. Nice play there, as Penn State is just not really keyed on or keyed in this what we're doing right now, especially running up the gut on short yardage there. But shh, be quiet, don't tell them. 1st and goal coming up, or 1st and 10 coming up here. Ball on the 36-yard line. We'll see what Singer does. And of course, Singer's in the game. Of course, everybody, all hands are on deck when it comes to a game like this. So don't be surprised if you start seeing some switches here with quarterbacks. We might even see Robinson come into today's game and play. 2nd and 1, as we'll see now we're creeping up inside their 30 of the Nittany Lions. That pass is going to be completed, and that's going to be a first down for the Highland Scotties. Nittany Lions, of course, ranked 5th in the nation, 12-2 record going into this game here as well, or for the season there. We'll see a pass there. That's going to be completed, and that's going to be tackled, as they're going to do a good job there stopping us there, as we cannot get to that first down. So it's going to be 2nd and inches coming up. Still a good drive here so far. As Singer here drops back in the pocket, throws up there to the tight end. Tight end is going to get the catch, and he's going to get that one there inside the 5. As we'll see what they'll try to do here. 1st and goal coming up, handoff, and of course it's going to go to a running game. That's going to be Avery into the end zone. Touchdown for Avery, as that is rushing touchdown. What is that? Rushing touchdown number 33 for him for the season. So nice run there from Avery, as he is finding his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. Scotties lead us now 7-0 here, as we'll see now what Penn State will do. And of course that's a run there from Allen, as he'll get a short carry. 3rd and 9 coming up, as Allure hits this one up the middle there. That's going to be a great throw there. That's going to go all the way into the end zone, and that one's going to be taken to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. As the Lions don't take too much time off the clock here in this one, as they get down the field, as they are going to be celebrating there with a touchdown of their own. This time, this is, of course, way of the air game. And that is Omari Evans who gets the catch. Nice catch there from Evans, as he is going to find his way in the end zone. And the Nittany Lions now tying this up now 7 apiece. So this could be I feel like almost could be a slugfest here. I don't have a repeat of what happened with them in Ohio State. Of course, we would like to be on the other end, be on the better end of that. At least where Penn State was the winner in that one there. But let's try not to think about that yet. As we go to a 1st and 10 there after a successful first down. Hand off to Avery. Avery's going to get this one, as he's going to get to the 41-yard line. And that's for a nice, almost 22-yard carry. That's a nice run there from him. As we see Bo now here trying to run the outside there. He'll get stopped there quickly. A loss of a yard on that play, actually. 2nd and 1, or excuse me, 2nd and 11 coming up. Allure here, Singer here throws this one up there. That's going to be a thrown catch, and that's going to be a nice catch, nice thrown ball for a catch for the first down. Ball on the 40-yard line here, 1st and 10, coming up for the Lions, or for the Scotties, excuse me. Pass there being thrown. That's going to go to the tight end there. He's going to get this one inside the 30 for the Scotties, as that's going to be another first down. Moving the chains there. Very nice here on this drive. Let's keep it up here now. 1st and 10. Singer here drops back in the pocket. Throws this one up the middle there. That's going to be completed for a gain of 4 on the play, as he finds his tight end, or excuse me, his halfback on that play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 22-yard line of the Nittany Lions. We'll run this one up the middle there with Avery. Avery is going to be successful as he gets some nice yardage there, helping us move the ball. 3rd and 3 coming up. And the Scotties here trying to go on the outside again here. Oh, no, they're going to bounce back inside with Bo as Bo gets himself there on nearly 10-yard line. We'll see what they can do here on this 1st and 10. And pretty much you can pretty much guarantee this is probably going to be a run. But any sort here, we'll see a pass. That's going to be up the middle there. Nice throw as we're able to get that one there to good. As he is good enough to get that short yardage there. And we'll see now on a 2nd and goal coming up. And oh, Bo gets hit hard there, but he's able to hold on to the football. As they barely get anything, if a yard, on that one. 3rd and goal coming up. Ball plays up to 4. Drop back here, looks up, fires this one. A nice toss there as we find a tight end. Finney here gets in there, and that's going to be a catch for a touchdown. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. That's going to be touchdown number 10 for Finney as he finds his way into the end zone. And nice play here as we get on the board here twice now here on this 1st quarter. As a senior, of course, he is definitely going to be missed as he'll probably see his way into the NFL going into next season. 1st and 10 coming up here, ball on the 25-yard line. And handoff there. That is going to be a nice carry as Allen gets another 1st down there on that play and a gain of 12 on that one. So now, ball now set at the 37-yard line. And we'll see a handoff again to Allen again. And Allen going to get 5 yards this time. It'll be a stop there quickly. Let's see now Allen in motion here. Throwing a screen pass there to him off to the end over there. And that's going to be a loss of about a yard or 2 on that throw. We'll see what they can do here on this 3rd and 8. As the Lures here trying to get down the field here. Throws this one up there. And that's going to be intercepted. Nice play there for the defense. As we find... That's going to be a great catch there. Great job there. You see Allure telling his coach, like, what happened there? I thought that was supposed to have a man there. And they were, but we had a good defensive play there from Belmont. Middle linebacker there, keeping his eyes on that quarterback in zone. And did a great job there of snagging that one there and getting us now this position here now. As we're now hand off to Avery. And Avery gets a nice run there to end the 1st quarter. After the 1st quarter, it is 14-7 as we go into the 2nd quarter here in this one. Highland takes a 1-possession lead here. Let's see if we can stack it now on this drive. Ball to the 32-yard line here. Play clock run down to 5. Singer here drops back in the pocket, looks up, he fires this one. That's going to be caught by the tight end as he got away there briefly, but it's going to get taken down there. Gain of 4 on the throw. 2nd and 6 coming up. Play clock, of course, round running as we get to 5. And now handoff up the middle there. And that is going to be a nice carry there from Avery. Great job there from him. As now we get a new set of downs. Ball on their 15-yard line. We'll see what we can do here in this Penn State territory. As we'll see a pass there. That's going to be completed as that's going to get there. And that is going to be a 1st down there by, I believe that is Parks on that play. As we'll see here, 2nd and 1 coming up. Parks gets the catch there. He's going to find himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As Parks finds a way into the end zone there. Has not had a touchdown, I believe, here in the postseason. As he... might have had one in the... Yeah, he had one in the... never mind, I take that back. He had one in that Illinois game. Now that's going to be his 8th now here. So it's been, 2 games since he has not... or at least a game he has not scored. Which he did not do so in that Oklahoma game there against the Sooners. So it's now 21-7. As it's 9:02 left here in the first half. And a run, stopping Allen there. As he'll get a short gain, if anything, there on that play. 3rd down coming up as they go no huddle. And we'll see a drop back here. Looks up the middle there. That's going to be thrown. Nice catch as that's going to be a nice catch there from the tight end. As they, again, move the chains here. Chain gang making some moves here. We'll see what they can do now here on this 1st and 10. As we'll see the ball there on our 46. And that's going to be a quick stop there. Loss of a yard. But that's not going to stop Penn State here. So they're going to try to keep moving. 2nd and 10 coming up, or 2nd and 12 coming up here. Oh, pass there. That's going to be caught by Clifford. Clifford gets in. The big red dog makes a nice 1st down there for Penn State. Nice throw there, and of course, great job there getting it upfield, making a move there, and of course, using that speed that he has. As we'll see a lure here now. He gets hit as he throws, and that's going to be off target. Don't know exactly who he was trying to get that one to, maybe to Brown there, but we'll see a pass there in the backfield, stopping Allen, as Allen gets the catch there, and now we'll see now 3rd and 13 coming up. Lure here now drops back in the pocket, throws this one to Himbley, and Himby there gets the catch, and he'll get a short yardage there. Not enough to get the 1st down. We'll have to kick it for a field goal here to get 3 here on 4th and 5, and the kick is up, and it is good. Makes it now a 21-10 ball game. So Penn State trying their best to, of course, stay alive in this game here, and they're smart. They got to get points here. Points will add up. Field goals and stuff like that will add up. So they're smart enough to take it. 1st and 10 has, we'll see them run up the middle there by Avery. That'll be just short of the 1st down. Man, they're just doing a good job here sticking that to us there, not letting us get in the full 1st down, giving us only the 9.5 or whatever yards there. As we'll see another carry there. That's going to go ahead, of course, give us a nice 1st down. So we'll keep the drive alive here. Ball the 41, 1st and 10. 6:35 left here in the 1st quarter, or 1st half. Hand off again to Bo. Bo's going to run this one on the right-hand side, get around the edge rushers there, and he's going to finally get pushed out of bounds there at the 46 of the Penn State team. So now we're at the Penn State's 46-yard line. 1st and 10. And, of course, Singer here taking his time here, has a man in motion. And trying to see what the defense has got cooked up here for him. As we'll see now, Bo there runs this there, and he'll get just short, a few yards there on that play. We'll jump down to a 3rd and 7. As we'll see Singer here making some last-minute alterations here on the play. Pass there. That's going to be picked off, and this could be going back for a pick six. As Torrey here going to try to take this one back, and he's going to get as he shoves down the quarterback. Quarterback grabs him and tosses him down, and that is not what we need from our offense right now. Is turnovers here, and now Penn State could easily come back in this ball game here with a touchdown. We'll see what they'll do here now. 1st and 10, ball in their 15. Hand off, and that is going to be a nice carry there for Allen as they'll get inside the 10. Allure now drops back here, throws off to the left-hand side, finds his tight end, Weber. And Weber gets the catch for a nice yard here. They're going to go for it on 4th down here, and Allen's going to get stuffed there. Nice stop. But now this puts us in the shadow of our own goalpost here. So were they setting us for failure? Well, we'll find out. As Singer here drops back in the pocket. And yeah, they pretty much did. That's going to be an interception. And that's another turnover now here by Singer. His 2nd interception, this time inside the 10, our own 10-yard line. They get it back at the 5. As now Penn State gets the ball back. And they're going to pass this one there. And that ball's going to be quickly dropped, as the receiver could not hold on to it. That's just so frustrating here, seeing it intercept. We get the ball back, then turn around, we throw the ball back to them, and now they get set up for another touchdown here. As we'll see, Allen here goes up the middle there. Allen's going to bulldoze his way in there, and he's got a touchdown. Touchdown, Penn State. As the Nittany Lions now back in the ball game here now. It's going to be a 21-17 ball game. Of course, extra point pending. And there you see, yeah, they're on the fast track here of getting back in this game here very quickly. Yes, that is not what we were looking forward to there. Oh my goodness. Should have did a better. We definitely should have ran the ball there, but I don't know what Coach Barnes was thinking there. 2nd and 2. We'll see here what they'll do now is keep the ball on the ground here, hand this one off there. That's going to be Bo. Bo's going to get this one here, and he is going down the field, making a nice run there. Nice run for him and getting some yardage there. 1st and 10 here for the Scotties. As now they're going to hand it off to Bo now to the right-hand side. Bo moving around here, and he's going to finally get tackled there. And a nice job there from the defense getting to him, but here he got the run, the yardage that we needed. Now we'll see a pass there quickly thrown, and that's going to be just short of the 1st down. We're looking at a 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Scotties. They're on the 45-yard line of the Nittany Lions. And of course, we got to make sure we don't turn the ball over because we were so close to getting a touchdown before we end up throwing it away. Got to be smart and make sure we call some good plays there when we're near that close to the red zone there. As we see him run up the middle there, Avery's going to get that one on 4th and 1 as we're able to complete the 1st down. Less than 2:45 left here in the 1st half, as we'll see now 1st and 10. And we'll see Smith now coming out of the backfield here. He's helping us out. Like I said, all hands on deck. As Coach Bonds, of course, making some changes. And guys getting guys that we normally don't get to see get some reps here in this, especially in this big game here. Have them be a part of this as they can obviously be a part of this. They're part of the team regardless, but give them a chance here. Maybe we'll see a preview of what they'll be like next season, as we'll see the ball being thrown there to Davis again. Davis Finley, so the senior tight end, who's been very helpful for us here in the playoffs as well, and he's been like that all season long here as he finds his way into the inside the 20-yard line. So now 1st and 10 with just 2 minutes left here, as the Highland Scotties did get the 2-minute warning. We'll see if we can try to, of course, get a better chance here to get a touchdown here. Oh, come on, Singer, you got to do something with it. Got to throw it away there. Ain't nobody there. You just got to throw it away. Cannot, especially in that situation there, you can't even get upfield there. So just don't even try to especially throwing across your body. Smith now runs this one there. He gets a small gap to run through there. And that's going to be a nice little bit of chunky yards there for him. 3rd and 3 coming up. We're inside the 15 here with the Scotties, as we'll see Singer here throws this one up there. That's going to be thrown to Benson. Benson tried to look for that block there, but went too far outside there to the right. And should have just went up right. As soon as he caught it, he should just ran right up in there. As we'll see a 1st and 10 here, ball to the 4-yard line. And that ball's going to be thrown. Nice job there. Nice catch from Feeney as he finds his 2nd receiving touchdown of the day. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As the Scotties now here going to have an 11-point lead coming up here, as it's going to be 28-17 here at Miami Gardens. As Finley, there you see, having a great year for him. Last year it was awesome. Got to introduce him, and now this year he's getting better and better. I cannot wait to see what he's going to be like in the NFL. I'll see another 1st and 10 here. As they'll get the ball their own 25-yard line. Penn State now trying to move the ball here quickly, as they do have timeouts for 2nd and 2, or excuse me, 2nd and 3 there. Ball's going to be caught, and they're going to call a quick timeout, leaving a minute left here on the clock. Scotties are going to try to do their best to keep the ball in bounds here as we get hold of the quarterback there on that sack. Nice job there getting to the alert on that. We'll see now 2nd and 17 here. Ball their own 35-yard line. Dropping back. Pass there going to be completed. And the ball's going to be dropped there quickly. Nice stop there from the defense. Good job putting a hit there. So now 3rd and 17. We'll see Allen now runs the football up the middle here. And he is finally going to get wrestled down. And that is going to be it for the half. As we go into halftime, Highland, of course, got to make some adjustments here. We've got to be a little more smarter. I think we got to run the ball even more so in this 2nd half. We really got to start playing keep away here from them. And, of course, Davis doing a good job here. He's making the catches. He's got already 2 touchdown catches already in today's game. I feel like we can rely on him in the red zone there when it comes to the passing game. And, of course, defensively, we need to make sure we keep Drew Aller, just not let him feel good in that pocket. We can't make it. There's been times there he just sat back there just too comfortably, and we were just not getting rid of the football there. And as soon as I say that, we get a nice sack there. That's Wolfork getting the sack. A loss of 9 on the play. And again, I know we can't get that every single play. I understand that, but big play. We got to make some big stops there like that on him from time to time. And of course, get him in the hole here like he is right now. 3rd and 12 coming up here. Let's see if we can stop him on this as he'll drop back here on own 23-yard line. He's gonna scramble there a little bit, try to get a good angle at the receiver, and unfortunately cannot get the first down. So they'll be forced to punt. We'll get the ball back on our own 37-yard line, and Bo down, doing a good job there, dancing around, getting some good yardage there on the field. As he scampers up there for a 2nd and 3. And on 2nd and 3, he is only going to get a yard out of that. It's now 3rd and 2 coming up. Avery in the backfield there. There's going to be a run, and we're going to run this one off to the left-hand side. Nice carry there, but unfortunately, looks like we're going to have this one coming back as it's a holding call. That flag was coming out of the backfield there. It's Donovan Hardy going to get called on that holding call. So now we'll see 3rd and 9 coming up. And, of course, plays like that will definitely kill your drive, especially when your halfback is running their butt off there. 1st and 10 as they get the ball back, as we have to force the punt there as we could not get to the first down. Penn State now have the ball back here. 2nd and 4 coming up as we'll see quick pass there. And that is going to be stopped this well short of the sticks. We'll see what they can do here on 3rd and 1. And Allen's going to get the football there as he's going to motor down the field. And he's going to get all the way down to our 44. As we'll see, handoff again from Allen. And Allen again being very vivacious and boisterous there. Going down the field here and getting some good blocking. Now this time, not so much as he gets stuffed in the backfield there. They get back to the original line of scrimmage. There'll be a 3rd and 10 coming up. Allure here drops back in the pocket. He's going to be wrestled down and brought down by Nick O'Quinn, who we have not seen today until this moment, but he's been pretty much our star in the defensive side of things here, all pretty much throughout the season, especially in this postseason, especially in the last game against Oklahoma Sooners there. They just had a really tough time trying to deal with him, and we got to Arnold several times with O'Quinn. As we'll see now, Scotties here run the football here with Bo. Bo's going to go down the field and get all the way down to the 43-yard line for the first down. As he again moves the chains. And there you see Penn State wondering how they can stop this running game right now. So far, they have not found a way. As we'll see now, play action. Singer here throws this one up there, finds his fullback, and he's going to get this one there. And that's a great catch there as he gets to the fullback for the catch for the first down. That was a good play. Normally, we don't throw to the fullback too often there. We don't get him involved in too many plays here, but he did a great job there that time around. Might have to throw his way again somewhere down the line here. 3rd and 9 coming up as we barely got a yard or so on that 2nd down. We'll see what we can do here on this 3rd down as we got to get this one near their 35 to get the first. Drop back and Singer here. Oh, nice job there. Wide open tight end gets this catch, and he's going to be stopped after the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 on that 35-yard reception. Let's see, or I should say 25-yard reception there. Ball now at 25. Pass there going to be completed, and that's going to be a good catch as he's able to absorb that catch and the hit and hold on to it. As we'll see now, 2nd and 5 coming up. Scotties here. Of course, trying to be very cautious here. They know we've had trouble before. And now a nice pass there as the tight end able to get to it at the last seconds. And he takes it away from the defender. And that's going to be in the end zone. Finney, touchdown. Highland Scotties, his 3rd of the day. As he makes a huge play there in this one there. A great play, a great job there. And right where he wanted it at there. It was a little too low for, I think, in my oh no, right up there. I thought he was a little lower than that. I thought it was around the waist, around the lower waist, around the thigh area. But no, he got it there. Nice job. But Good job there. You know, defender tried his best to get the, jump in front of that there, but not such a luck there. As that one got had a nice little zip to it, I guess. So for a 2nd and 4 now, we'll see Allen for the Penn State here trying to run this one there. He's trying his way to wrestle away from that tackle, but he does. He is going to get that first. He is determined to do so. We'll see a pass there. That's going to be completed as the receiver gets a hold of that one there. That's going to be put him at the 47-yard line. As Allures, he's doing a good job here moving the football, but they're just, for whatever reason, there's a disconnect, and right now they just having a tough time here once they get near that 30-yard line of Scotties. It just seems like it just does not go their way. And, of course, they've been going for it as well, just like we have, but have been kind of, been failing to complete those 4th downs. 2nd and 4 coming up, as we'll see a play action. This ball up the middle there. That's another great catch as they find another receiver there. Alert just doing a good job there, just dropping back and getting to the receiver there with the ball. Screen pass here. That's going to go to Himley as he'll get this one there. That's a gain of about 6 on the play. 3rd and 5 coming up as he's just dropping back here. Of course, we're trying our best to get to the receiver or to the quarterback there, but the receiver gets this one. That's going to be Clifford, the big dog, big red dog there, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. As Penn State now gets themselves back in this one here. It's going to be a 35-24 ball game here in the mid part of the 3rd quarter. And like I said, this offensive line of Penn State has been really, really tough on trying to letting us even get to their quarterback so far in this start of the 2nd half here. The penetration to get to that quarterback has been difficult, and we got to find another way of getting to him there. We got to try to maybe throw some different blitzes at him or such or whatever the case may be. Pass there. Oh, it's going to be tipped away as we cannot do anything on that ball, so we'll be forced to punt. They get it near midfield. 1st and 10 here for Penn State as they're trying to get, a drive going for themselves here to try to get back into this ball game. We'll see now they'll get that ball there at the 43-yard line of the Scotties as Allen now runs this one here. Allen gets enough there for the 1st down as he again moves the chains for the Nittany Lions. Nittany Lions so far have now scored on their last drive. Now they're about to score again here as this pass is going to be completed. Can he get in the end zone? And he does. Touchdown, Wallace the 3rd for Penn State. And Penn State now got themselves back into this ball game. And now there's 4 points separating us and them here in today's game. And I'm sure right now Coach Bonds is probably beside himself thinking, like, what is going on? We've given up now 14 points unanswered here. And yeah, this is difficult. So now they're trying to go for a 2-point conversion, at least try to make it at least a 3-point game. The ball is completed, and it is 35-32 here at Miami. As now we'll see 2:10 left here in the 3rd quarter. We're trying to run this one here, and also too, the other thing is, we've had a couple of holding calls part of us, and that's what's kind of stopped us here. In our tracks in a lot of ways here as we try to break off a tackle there with Avery. Avery gets the carry, and he's going to get the 1st down there. 1st and 10 here for the Scotties as we get a new set of downs here. Ball on their own 31-yard line. And handoff again there to Avery. Avery's going to get this one here. Avery getting pinged around there like a ping pong ball. But he's going to get the positive yards that we need to keep it moving on the ground. So, of course, we're trying to take our time here. Of course, trying to find some plays, especially when it comes to the passing game, that are short, quick, and easy. As we'll see now here, this pass is going to be thrown there. And, oh, nice catch there from Benson as Benson does a nice little spin move. He's going to be there at the 42. As that's another huge play there from Singer with his arm. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties as there's less than a minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass there being thrown, going off to the left-hand sideline. And that ball is going to be completed there for the 1st down. So now 2nd and short coming up here with just 35 seconds left here in the quarter. Pass there going to be completed, and that's going to be caught and well secured there by Finney. As now we'll see a 1st and 10 coming up here. Now on their 25-yard line here Let's see if we can try to get this one in there. As we'll see, a blitz there. Good job there from our lineman seeing that, especially from our quarterback realizing that. And there you see Smith Ebon is going to be in the end zone. Touchdown! Highland Scotties, the backup tight end. We haven't seen him catch a ball in the end zone here for since early on in the season, but he's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown for the Scotties. As now they extend this lead a little bit more now, as the sophomore stepping up here. And like I said, Coach Bond's just trying to, not necessarily trickery, but just trying to bring some new fresh legs in to help out and shake things up a little bit on some different formations and stuff. Pass there going to be completed there. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be enough there to get some yards there. But that's going to be it for the third quarter. And Highland still has the lead, barely, just a sliver of a lead right now. They got to really turn things up in this fourth and final quarter here. Got to play smarter football and make sure to keep possession as well. 2nd and 1. Screen pass there. That's going to be completed there to Allen as he's going to be stopped. Of course, Allure now trying to get everybody on the ball. 3rd and 3 coming up here on their own 32. That pass is going to be intercepted. Nice play, as the Scotties read that one very well. And now they got a chance now to really slam the door shut here on Penn State. If they can get this next possession they have right now on offense, get this one down the field. That's Jalil West, who has been a monster when it comes to interceptions. He had several interceptions early on in the season, and he gets a nice one here in this championship game. And we'll see a handoff now to Avery, and a flag is going to be called here. It's going to be on Barber, and it's going to be a holding call. And this is what I'm talking about. What is going on with these holding calls now all of a sudden here on the Highland Scotties? 1st and 19 coming up here, handoff, and we'll see Bo gets the carry there as he gets a few yards there on the play. 2nd and 18, ball on the 33-yard line of the Penn State Nittany Lions. And Singer here, of course, trying to change the cadence, trying to change his, or I should say not cadence, but his snap count here. He'll drop back here, looks, fires this one there. That's going to go to Benson. Benson's going to get the catch, and they're going to give it back to the original line of scrimmage. Now, 3rd and 10 coming up here. I imagine Coach Bonds will try to want them to at least get set up for a field goal here if worse comes to worse. We'll see a pass there being thrown, and it's going to be intercepted. This is going to go back and possibly go back for a pick six. Here is Washington, the second of Penn State, is going to take this one back. That is not what we're looking for Singer there. And Singer is, he is definitely upset in that play. As that was just I don't know what that was. That throw was horrible. I don't know if he got hit as he threw the football there or what the deal was. Let's see here. No, he was fine. He was there. I don't know why that ball looked like it seemed like it was a little flat. And I figured, okay, he got hit or something there. But no, he just threw a really flat ball there. So now down by 10. Penn State here trying to get down the field here. And that ball's going to be almost picked off. But it's going to be batted away. So they're going to be smart here and try to get the points here. They're going to get 3 points. They're going to kick this one up the uprights. And this one is going to be good. So now all they need to get back in this ball game here now is a touchdown. It's 35-42. Highland leads. 1st and 10 with ball at the 21-yard line. Hand off to Avery. Avery's going to run this one again. Just going to give him and Smith and Bo the football here and see what they can do. And of course, if we get in a jam and need a pass, we'll pass. But right now, I think I would just kind of really try to rely on this running game. Let's see a nice run here from Bo. Bo gets a decent block there. And that does get him some yards there for a gain of 6. He's going to get his number called again here as we'll see a 2nd and 4 coming up. Hand off to him. He's going to bulldoze his way. And they're going to say he's short of the first down. So now 3rd and inches coming up here. We'll try to see if we can try to get this one in here and put all our big boys on the line. But I imagine this one's going to be run up the gut here. Taking the time here, run this one up the middle there. And did we get it? Yes, we did. Barely. As we do get a new set of downs. So now play clock running down to 4. As we'll see it here. There's a flag on the play here. What is this on now? Who is this? Oh my goodness, this is a holding call. Seriously, referees, this is not the time to be calling holding. You didn't call holding early on. Why are you calling holding now? First and 18. We'll see a handoff here to Bo as Bo gets the run. Gets a gain of 3 on the play, making it now 2nd and 15. And of course, we're trying to wind down this clock as much as we possibly can. Handoff there to Avery. Avery's going to get the run, and that's going to be now putting us at a 3rd and 7. So now, 3rd and 7 coming up here. This is obviously going to be a passing situation. feel like in some ways this was cooked up by the referees. And there you see, oh, come on. A flag now being called here. And it's on the offense. What is... Seriously, guys, what is going on here? You guys need to talk. 3rd and 12 coming up. Ball on their own 40. Pass up the middle there. That's going to be a great catch there for the tight end. And Finley here helps us out in a jam. He has now 10 catches, over 120 yards for the day. Ball now on the 40-yard line of the Nittany Lions. Singer here drops back here, is back deep, and that ball was just dropped. Could not hold on to it. Other than that, he would have had 6 going the other direction. I just don't understand why the penalty call yards is being called upon us here. This in the game here, like, this is crazy. Like, what is going on? Why is this happening to us and not happening to the defense whatsoever? Why is Penn State not being called on it? But 3rd and 10 coming up. We'll see a pass here. That ball is going to be dropped as we thought we had it, but no, it's no such luck there. I believe that was intended there for oh, I forgot who that was now. So just mad and upset because we're, oh, wait a minute, touchdown! Touchdown, Highland Scotties. I was going to say, that's Meredith there on the pass. He's wide open as he finds his way into the end zone. Nice play there from him. I was going to say, I'm just flustered because these calls there are being called upon us. They're called at the, literally, a convenient time here for Penn State to take over possession. It's like, oh my, or making us even, risk another chance to, get picked off because we have to throw the ball because we're in a passing situation there. As we see a nice ball batted away there from the defense. But it's like, come on, referees, you got to call it on them, because I've seen many times here in this game that the ball should have been, either, or the line was not, blocking that where else. Evans is going to be coming off the field there for Penn State. But I noticed there was, like, okay, there's been a couple times here where the holding call, should have been called there on Penn State's offensive line as well. As we'll see a pass there, that's going to be completed, and that's going to be another 1st down. As that gets to Clifford again. 49-35, as we, of course, have a 2-possession lead. And trying to keep it that way here. Is less than 4 minutes left here. We'll see Allure here throws this one up, and oh my goodness, busted. A busted defense there. No one covered Wallace at all as he finds himself in the end zone again. Touchdown, Penn State. Oh, this lead that we got right now. We're literally holding on to a 1-possession lead. Literally, a turnover could, put them into contention here to tie this ball game up. And then after that, it's like, okay, with our issues with holding on the line here, and I think Coach Bonds is going to make some substitutions here. I imagine at some point here, if this keeps up, we're just that close from letting this game get away from us. 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball at the 23-yard line of the Scotties. Hand this one off, and oh, we barely get out of the backfield there on that play. Looking to try to get something going here. Let's go see what we can do here on 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. They're going to keep it on the ground. Hand this one off to Avery. Avery's going to get to the 1st down marker, and he does. New set of downs here for the Highland Scotties. 49-42 here. 2 minutes left. Going to try to run the ball here, and oh, there's already a flag already being called here. And of course, I already know already this is probably a holding call. And of course it is. As now they want to make it this game even. Okay, referees, I understand you probably got a spread of some sort on some app that you want to keep, but seriously, enough with the holding calls. And here we go again. Who is holding? Stop it. Another holding call. That is Barber again. Barber, what are you doing? Stop. You're hurting us right now. We can't move the ball and get in position here to at least take a kneel down. As we'll see a run there. And, of course, Penn State still has all their timeouts. They take the first one there with 2 remaining. 2nd and 17 coming up here. Ball on their own 23. Handoff to Avery. Avery's trying to get around the traffic but cannot. And Penn State again calls a timeout with 1 timeout remaining. 3rd and 16 coming up here. We need this 3rd down. And, of course, they know that we know that this is going to be a pass. So we got to try to get this one here off a hitch here. So this pass is going to be up there. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be – it's good. The catch is good. First down there for Highland. Ball now on the 47-yard line here. 1st and 10. We're going to run the ball here. Try to – oh, geez, not again. Here we go again. This time it's going to be on Rainey. What is going on? This is the most we've had on holding plays all season long. Holding calls there this whole season. 1st and 18 now coming up as Avery here. And again, another hold, another flag now. I'm sure it's going to be a holding call here. And looks like it's going to be, it's going to be another hold. What is going on? It's Hardy again. That's the either 2nd or 3rd time now we've had Hardy getting called on that. If we survive this game and win, we're going to roast Hardy, as we'll see a handoff now to Avery. Avery going down the field here, trying to stay in bounds to keep the clock ticking. But they're going to push him out of bounds there at the near the inside the 40 there. 2nd and 2 coming up as Bo there runs this one there. Gets a few yards. Now we'll see the play clock running down to 4. Got to hurry up and snap this as we run this one here. Don't want any more penalties and go back, as that's going to be a 1st down. And that should be enough for us to get in the victory formation here. As we'll go ahead and take a kneel down. And the Highland Scotties are your new national champions here. Back-to-back champions here in the college football. Congratulations there to them after this last quarter was just difficult. Just trying to, seriously, just trying to move the football. All of a sudden the referee was like, nope, holding. Why? What is all of a sudden now we're getting these holding calls here now? Maybe very nervous because, we're literally a turnover away from letting Penn State get back in this ball game and then end up going to overtime. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want that. But 11 catches for 149 yards, 3 touchdowns there from Phineas. He is our player of the game. Congratulations there to the Highland Scotties, and of course a great game. Good battle here between them and Penn State, who fought here in this one. It was a very fun game to play, but I just could not understand why in the hell we kept holding. It's like, guys, this is not the time to be acting funny or just trying to do stuff here on the line and getting caught and false start and all this. Like, oh, why all of a sudden these penalties are being called upon us now? It's like I can't do it. Oh my goodness. So Highland is now your back-to-back champions here. Of course, that means the series, as y'all know, we're moving on to college football 26. Maybe somewhere down the line here we can bring back the Highland Scotties and finish this off. But Coach Bonds is pretty much, we're pretty much done with this series here. Now, for him, Coach Bonds, that rumor, I don't know if you guys remember a couple episodes ago I talked about, there was a rumor about him possibly retiring. Well, he's supposed to be making a special announcement coming up in the next video of what he is going to do for his future in his career as a football coach. Remember, he is in his late 50s, early 60s, so he's still young enough to still continue to coach, but does he still want to do that? That's the real question. Does he still have it in him to coach young men and get to the promised land like this, to the national championship? We'll have to find out and see. He's been getting quite a few offers from a lot of different schools for him. They're trying to convince him to go there instead of retiring. But we'll have to see what his decision is coming up in the next episode, which will be a Highland Scotties sports talk video, which I believe he'll be showing up in studio and talking about his future as part of the Highland Scotties, school and whatnot. So we'll see what his next decision is. And of course, like I said, we'll have by now, I think here pretty soon here you'll see a video coming up about what our next school will be here on the channel when it comes to college football 26. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see if Coach Bonds is going to be a part of that or not. I don't know yet, but for the most part here, he is definitely not to mention a campus legend, but a series and course channel legend. And I want to keep him around here for at least maybe possibly one more series. I don't know. Maybe we'll have him in Madden. He'll maybe go back to the NFL and be a coach or some sort of like that. But as for the Highland Scotties, for right now, he is done. He is gonna I don't know. Maybe he'll be done. I'm not sure. I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't speak for the man. But by the sounds, I've at least talked to him here last several months here. He's been kind of hinting at possibly this might be his last hurrah in college football, and he might be finished because he says he's talking about he wants to spend some time with his kids and his grandkids, and his son, of course, TJ, he's down there in Jacksonville with the Jacksonville Jaguars, coaching them. He's talking about maybe helping him out down there, or or just going back to Omaha and spend his time there and spend his time there with his wife and grandkids and whatnot, and just live out his days there in Nebraska. But we'll have to find out and see what happens. As you take a look here, we do win the national championship 49-42, and it was a good win and a good fun game there. I can say not a little sweaty, a lot sweaty, especially towards the end there. It's like, oh, we cannot be turning this ball over, guys. We got to make sure we keep hold on to this football here. We've seen what they did to Penn State or to Ohio State. We cannot let that be can't be our fate. But if you guys did enjoy the series, and which I'm glad you guys did, and I'm glad you did. Definitely hit that like button. That really helps out the channel, and of course the series, and of course other series as well. Definitely continue to hit that. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button, and of course hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. And like I said, stay tuned because we will have an announcement on when the next series is going to be coming up, as well as what team it will be and where Coach Bonds is going to be at. He might actually officially retire. We'll find out. There'll be the next video, which, like I said, the Highland Scotties Sports Talk. We will talk to him in studio about it and see what he is going to do for his career, or maybe his end of his career. We'll see if he is going to retire, what he's going to do next in retirement. So we'll see how things go coming up in the next one. As always, guys, keep yourselves each other healthy. Go Scotty Nation. Congratulations there to the Scotties for being two-time national champions. I think now that puts us now at 9 championships in the 12 seasons or so complete. I played in complete, or 10 or 11 seasons we played completely. I forgot. And completely, that combines both this series and on 25, and then the series on the original on the NCAA 14 games. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, stay tuned for more, and as always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.